When the members of the Cooper family were photographed for this picture in 1950, they could not even imagine that they would be discovered later. They just moved to this house, and life seemed to them as if it was a ghost. This well-known picture is considered the result of the work with Photoshop, but few people know that the French photographer Robert Lesrec took this unknown giant sea animal back in 1965, and this photo became the reason for the stormy discussions among zoologists. For the first time, the picture of an unknown object named the Black Knight was taken in 1960 by one of the first satellites of the Earth. An unidentified object that could not be either a satellite of the USSR or a satellite of the United States was clearly visible in the polar orbit. Since then, this object has been seen many times. It appears, then disappears over certain time intervals. After careful study, scientists tend to the fact that this is a waste of artificial origin. On November 22, in Dallas, Texas, John Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, in the course of analysis of photos taken at the scene of the murder, specialists paid attention to a mysterious woman in a light brown cloak and a scarf. She appears in many photos and almost always holds a camera in her hands. FBI officers have been looking for this woman for a long time, but were not able to establish her identity. On a DVD with a collector's edition of the Charlie Chaplin Circus, a short film about the premiere of 1928 was added as a bonus. On one of the frames, you can see a woman holding something very similar to a mobile phone in her hand. Film director from Belfast, George Clark, stated that he considers these frames to be evidence of the existence of travelers in time. Many are inclined to the fact that the woman is holding a phone in her hand, but then it is not clear why she is smiling and saying something to her. In 1907, a group of teachers, students, and scientists broke up a scientific camp in Norway to study the mysterious appearance of the name of the Hesdallen. In one of the clear nights, Bjorn Haag made this picture using a 30-second delay. Spectral analysis showed that the object should consist of cream, iron, and scandia. This is the most informative, but far from the only photo of the Hesdallen. Scientists are still thinking about what it could be. This picture was taken during the Anmen Square in Beijing in June 1989. Some unarmed man for half an hour alone held down a column of tanks. The personality and further fate of this man remained a secret. But this photo was published in almost all the major publications of the world, and the unknown rebel himself became a symbol of resistance to power. In 1964, the British family, Jim Templeton, walked nearby. The head of the family decided to photograph his 5-year-old daughter with a Kodak. There, Templeton assured that there was no one except them in these swampy places, and when the pictures were shown, a strange figure looking behind the back of the girl was found on one of them. The analysis showed that the photo was not subject to any changes. This is a group photo of the Goddard Squadron, which fought in the First World War. It contains one intriguing detail. At the very top, behind one of the officers, you can see the face in which the squadron members found out their former mechanic Freddie Jackson, who died 2 days before this photo was taken. And on the day the squadron was photographed, Jackson's funeral took place. What you see at the top is a photo of the surface of the moon under the number as 1,713,620,680, which was taken as part of the Apollo 17 mission. In the catalog of the photo, it was numbered as lit up. It clearly suffered from excessive light exposure. However, after working with the contrast of this photo, it turned out that in fact the structures resembling the pyramids were printed on it.